Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the new Redneck Workshop. Today we got a special guest here today, Spencer T. Brown from Fannin County, Georgia. He's traveled all the way down here to Florida to share with us his special techniques of dock building. Apparently the Brown family...
Big dock building.
Big dock
building. I don't do small docks.
No small docks?
No, sir. And I only do rivers.
Rivers.
Okay,
well, we got a few rivers around.
I did a lot of ponds back in my day, but
yeah,
rivers are my specialty these days.
Well, there you go. You can kind of tell that building decks runs into the family blood.
Yeah,
so
I do a lot of concrete footings and, all that kinds of stuff.
He's going to show us today a few techniques of proper deck building. His father claims to be the master deck builder, but Spencer has spent many years trying to debunk that myth. So he's going to prove his proven techniques for you here today. And Spencer, good to have you. Good to have you.
Yeah, I appreciate you inviting me along.
Yeah, well,
I brought some wood down here, some specialty wood.
What kind of wood are we using today?
Well, we're using some old river wood.
River wood?
Yeah, it's best to use on the river docks
nice and
that
cured.
I build. Yeah, it's
well, tell me something. Let's start off on deck building. What's the first, number one, most important thing you like to address when you're building a dock?
Well, that's a good question. It's there's a lot of thoughtful planning in it.
Yeah.
But the best thing is to just well equip yourself.
Safety features.
With a visored hood,
mm-hmm.
a good buckle system that works up in here.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah.
Is Corona your sponsor for this?
Corona is secondary sponsor.
Yeah, turn a little bit, let them see a little bit the full view of the...
Oh, yeah.
There we go, yeah. Corona's number one safety gear in America is Corona Extra.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
They do a lot of river building along the ways with different canoe guides and shit,
Yeah, that's made sense. I've heard about them before.
Yeah,
well, good.
Yeah.
So once you've got all your safety gear in place...
well, the biggest... the visor... While you're cutting, when you're cutting, the visor, it tends to shed the light off, and you don't get a glare on that blade. That's what it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
and the helmet's also dual use, I've been told, for flying beavers, because you have a large beaver collection.
Yeah, there is. Well, when we're building docks, we do get attacked by beavers. We like to dive in, but most and foremost, the docks I build, there's lots of rocks. There's lots of debris, and I'm hanging over the edge. And this is the helmet I use. Corona.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So when it comes to building a dock, I imagine the first thing you have to do is get your measurements in properly, right?
Oh, yeah.
So to show us what you use to measure correctly, do you use a line level? Do you use any radar? Do you use GPS?
No, GPS, no. Everybody's stuck on this GPS stuff. I've got to have a GPL 230, a 340, a 680. What you need is one of these.
Traditional line tape. Huh?
Exactly. What I like to do, though, is I don't have any with me. I don't bring any on my tours, but if you've got one of these, I'd like to take a little WD, put it in here so I can work it, because I do a lot of quick working. Lots of quick work. See how I move that?
Gotcha.
I mean, it's amazing.
Saves a lot of time.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's pretty much what I use.
So you take the measurements for the dock, and you measure out your wood.
Yeah.
And then I imagine
just do something like that. But see, we're in small scale here. Typically the boards I use are 12 by 10. We're just doing this for production style. But so what's your next question? But yeah, that's
once you've got it measured. The new Redneck Workshop, we're known around the country.
The new what?
The new Redneck Workshop.
Yeah, I like the new name. I like the new name.
Well, the next step after you measure, I've always been told you measure twice, cut once. So when you're cutting riverwood, I imagine you got to have a special saw for that.
Oh, yeah.
What type of saw do you prefer to use, and how do you use it?
Well, the saw that I like to use is called a river saw.
Yeah.
It's something that you'd have to
buy.
Kind
of like a hacksaw, but
it's kind of like a hacksaw, but it's a river saw, and you can purchase it on my website www.buildbigdocks.com.
Okay. Well, show us how you use that saw.
Well, basically, it's got the old river blade on it, and it's cured. And what you want to do is with riverwood, it's hard to explain, but you can feel it. That's it right there.
Oh,
Yeah, and what it is that's when you find it when the last beaver has taken a little notch out of it. You find that little notch. That's where you want to cut.
Oh,
right
okay.
That's it right
Yep,
there. You see it? That's it.
So now we've measured the wood.
Yeah. We've cut off one of our, we've cut studs. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But this right here, this is one of my signature pieces, and you can buy these a lot of places, but, take a look at it.
Yeah. So I've noticed you using the reverse technique on it because
reverse techniques are good.
That's called a river saw. And you cut backwards with it.
I like to get into the beaver's teeth first because they take big chunks, and then I get into the fine cutting, and that's when I get in down to the deal of you.
Gotcha. So some people may say these are unique tools, but you've proven over time that traditional methods work better over the long haul, correct?
Oh yeah.
So now we've cut the wood, we've measured the wood, and then to put it all together. What type of instrument?
I can hang signs on your docks too. I can hang signs wherever you get them.
Oh, really? Is that one of the signs you brought behind you here?
Yeah, this is one of my kind of signs that I've gotten locally. But I can hang signs anywhere you like them. But I like to get a good measurement where I'm going to put them.
Gotcha. Yeah. So now you've got everything set up. So show us how you drill the holes in the wood. What type of tool you use for that?
Drill a hole in the wood, river wood.
Yeah, so you can bore everything together and have a nice joint. Isn't this what your dad taught you? I mean, it's
somewhat. I've gotten a little larger than him over the years, but I like to take about a 30 penny nail, and I'd take me a damn drill bit that's about a 1/2 inch, and I just get it. Well, see, there it is again. You got to find it. That's it. That's it, and then you just roll with it.
And that comes from experience. I mean, you can't
pretty much.
Pick that up
you
on
can
the
learn
street.
it over time. Call me if you want.
Yeah.
Call me if you want. But you can best reach me off at www.bigdocs.com.
Okay, there you got it, folks. Look up www.bigdocs.com, and you'll learn all the techniques from the Brown family. There's a little controversy between Spencer Brown, who you see here, and Joe Brown. Joe Brown claims he knows more than Spencer, but Spencer's steadily rebuting that fact, and it's becoming well documented. So
if you wouldn't mind me just putting in a few extra, I'd like to say hello to a couple people.
Okay.
If you don't mind, do we have a couple minutes?
Oh yeah.
The director back here's. I got it. About 30. Look, we're gonna wrap this up. I just want to say hello to Jake. I want to say hello to Jake. Okay, and Adam. And look, don't let that fool up there tell you how to build a big old dock. Come down and see me down in South Florida. That's where we're building them.
Well, you heard it here, Jake and Adam. If you want lessons on dock building, you aren't going to find them up in North Georgia. They're down here in Florida. So, well, Spencer, it's been a pleasure having you on the show today.
Well, I appreciate it.
I'm sure the audience has been enlightened on the
I sure hope so.
all the modern tools and techniques you've been using.
I sure hope so.
Corona's been a great sponsor for us today, and
I appreciate Corona. Thank you very much.
All right, folks, y'all have a good night. We'll see you next week on the new Redneck Workshop.
Yes, sir.
Go.